Bahamas Athletics Today, coverage of the IAAF 2012 Centenary Gala in Barcelona, Spain is brought to you by the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, the International Association of Athletic Federations, and Consumers' Choice.
Bahamas Athletics is here in Barcelona with world record, 110 world record meter holder Aries Merritt. You seem extremely unassuming as a hurdler. I've watched you. We were on a flight together coming over. I watched you in the interview, and you seem extremely unassuming. Is this intentional?
No, I think that's just my personality. You never know with anything in life, and that's how I take it. I told reporters indoors after I won indoor world title, I told them I don't know if I'm going to make the Olympic team because you just don't know. I ended up making the team, I ended up winning gold, and I ended up breaking the world record. But you never just claim something because you don't know.
Now, I sort of followed your career through high school in Georgia, Tennessee, and again, you would find that there are a lot of athletes that are extremely cocky. You know, they always know. Is this, again, you say your personality, but do you, on the inside, know your strengths and know that you do have that champion ability in you?
Well, I think on the inside, we're all supposed to feel like we can do it and we can succeed. And I feel like I do have that on the inside, but I never boast about it on the outside because it's, when you boast and brag and you're cocky and arrogant and then you lose, it makes you look bad. so I never do that. I try to stay humble and I try to keep a level head, and I'm successful.
How do you manage to, keep that humble part of you intact?
It's just how I was raised. I was just raised to be a nice, humble person, not to badmouth anyone, not to talk negatively about anyone or do negative things. And so I think my upcoming as a person, I was raised with a good family, so I think that's the reason why I am the way I am.
Okay. Now, in the interview that took place earlier, Ronaldo said that it's going to be a challenge for you to get that 1270 mark. Maurice said in his interview that he loved to prove people wrong. What would you say?
I'd say the same thing if I was Maurice. No, but Ronaldo knows what it's like because he's a legendary hurdler himself. And he's absolutely right. To break the 1280 barrier is going to be something that's going to be extremely difficult because already in that 1280 race, I was kind of out of control. And hurdling out of control is what you're supposed to hurdle like. But for how long can you sustain those speeds while jumping over a barrier at those high speeds is really difficult. And so in order to run sub 1280, I'm going to have to find something that's going to give me a boost, whether it be the competition, whether it be a little bit of wind, something that can help me somehow. It's going to be difficult.
As an athlete, as a sprinter as well, sometimes you do overspeed training so you learn how to manage out of control speed.
Right.
Now that you've run an out of control race, per se, like you said, does that sort of give you the confidence that I can manage my out of controlness so that you can get under that 1280?
Yeah, I'm really confident that I can manage it. In practice, it's funny, at practice I run sub 1280 all the time, but that's practice. You don't have any pressure, you don't have any people. You're just there, you're able to focus on you and do what you need to do at practice. But in a competition setting, it's a lot different because you have 8 other people if it's 9 lanes. You're kind of worried about things. You don't want to you try to take that worry away. And so it's kind of hard to generate the time that I generate at practice at a meet setting. And I think me running in Brussels was the closest I've ever come to achieving practice.
You said something extremely important, worry. Do you worry? What is it that you worry about?
Well, you worry about a lot of stuff in the hurdles. You worry about the 10 hurdles, that's for one. You worry about hitting a hurdle. You worry about clipping one wrong, landing wrong. If you come off balance wrong, you'll fall. You'll be off balance. You won't have momentum going into the next hurdle. Hurdlers worry about a lot. You kind of have to be crazy to run the hurdles. I'm not really crazy, but I think you have to have that kind of serial killer mentality if you're a hurdler. I think all of us have it because we're doing the event.
So when does the worry end?
The worry ends when you cross that line. It's like, okay, it's done. Even if you win or lose, the worry is over.
Okay, and just two more questions. What was it like for you? I know you've had this question over and over again, but what was it like for you to come out of an Olympic season that like you had and then to go on and break the world record?
It felt like I won the Olympics all over again when I broke the world record. Like to go out and win the Olympic gold was phenomenal, and I was really blessed and pleased that I won Olympic gold. But then, of course, I wanted that record because I've been running sub 13 all season long. I've had so many low 13 performances. I thought it was a matter of time because I stabilized at 12.9 low. And once you stabilize at a performance, it's only a matter of time before you have a big drop. And I was praying and hoping that my drop would come sometime before the year ended. And so when I went to Brussels and I was like, okay, I'm probably not going to get it because I've run out of opportunity. It's the last race. You're kind of tired. You don't know what's going to happen. And it just happened. Wasn't thinking about it. Wasn't trying to get it. And it just happened.
I guess that's the best time for it to happen, yeah? Now, you told us a story about your attempt to get to the Bahamas, and it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. The World Relay Championships will be held in the Bahamas in 2014. Can we expect to see you there in 2014 or even maybe before?
If you guys have a meet, the Chris Brown Classic. Do you guys have the hurdles at the Chris Brown Classic?
We'll put the hurdles in there for you. I'll talk to Chris. But if we have the hurdles at the Chris Brown Classic, can we expect to see you in the Bahamas?
It's a possibility. I can't make any promises because I don't know if there's any other Diamond League or any other obligation that I would have prior. But I would like to go to the Bahamas and compete. One of my training mates from the Bahamas, Demetrius Pender, yeah, he trains at A&M with me, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I went to the Bahamas. I could probably stay at his house or something. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely like to come to the relay thing. Will you guys have the shuttle hurdle relay there as an event?
I think that's to be determined. Yeah.
It would be really difficult to beat the U.S. at a shuttle hurdle relay. We have so many hurdlers that run really fast. So I think that a lot of countries would be at a disadvantage if you guys did that. But it's all for fun anyways. So.
Well, listen, thank you very much for taking the time out and speaking with us. And again, hopefully we'll see you in the Bahamas before 2014 or, if not, in 2014. All right?
I'm Aries Merritt, and I'm here in Barcelona. And thank you for tuning in at www.bahamaathletics.com.